Alright guys, it's Sunday. I figured I'd do a short little video with you guys on this brake hub cleaning kit from Titan. And then I also have a brake hub cleaning pad kit, which is a 5-piece set. The numbers on these are 51,798 and 51,799. They're roughly right around $20 a piece. I believe one was about $17 and change, and the cartridges were like $18 and some change. I don't think it was a really bad deal. It was a little bit less expensive than the Hub Buddy. And as you know, if you watch my videos, I did buy a Hub Buddy because one of the gentlemen in the shop had one. I used it and I really liked it compared to what I had. And what I had was actually one that worked on a drill with a hex drive and used Velcro pads, and it worked very well, but it had a tendency to wobble. The pads were hard to kind of keep on it, and a few other things. It was a performance product, I believe from Advanced Auto Parts. I believe it was like $20 and some change. I wasn't really impressed with it. It has a plastic body on it. It does work. It does clean things up very well, but it's a little bit more of a pain to use because it wants to wobble around. It's not balanced, or the way it moves is almost orbital because the pad is not centered on it. So, like I said, I tried one of the Hub Buddies that the guys had in the shop. And I absolutely loved it. It was so much more versatile because once I impact my wheels off, I can actually go right to the socket here, put it on my impact gun, and start cleaning everything up that I need to. If I'm replacing rotors, I can clean up the hub. If I'm going to balance wheels on an aluminum wheel, I can go on the back side of it and remove the corrosion and all the electrolysis between the rotor, steel rotor, and the aluminum rim. So if I want to balance the rim, it's gonna, make my balancing job better. It's gonna be easier on my balancing machine. When it goes back on the car, I don't have to worry about putting the wheel back in the same spot because I know it's going to be mounted on a flat surface. It's also going to help with your brake jobs as far as pulsations and things of those nature. Because if you don't get a rotor on a flat surface and it is not parallel, it will cause vibration as far as pulsation in the brakes. So all in all, I think this is a really great tool. Reason why I bought this was just have another option as far as cleaning pads. I found that the Hub Buddy ones are very expensive. They're right around $31 to $65 in a 6-pack kit, and $31 is pretty much the average. But there's a lot of guys out there, ripping people off, in my opinion. If you buy 6 of these discs and you're paying $65 for them, you probably want to shop around. The highest on the average I've seen them is about $45. About $31 to $45 is about the average. The same with the tool on those. You can actually buy a tool in the Hub Buddy for about $19 and some change. And that's if you shop for it. You really got to shop for it to get it for that price. On the average, it's about 24 bucks. And if you continue to shop around for it and find other places that sell it, you may find it for in the area of 34 bucks, I believe, to $44. And it will come with 6 pads and the tool, which is a really good deal. So there's a couple ways that you can buy that Hub Buddy, and the only downfall to the Hub Buddy that I see is the cartridge refills. These are 18 bucks for 5 versus $31 and the Hub Buddy for 6. And like I said, you really have to shop for it to get it for that price. On the average, they're about 40 bucks, 40 to 45 bucks. Like I said, I'm gonna take this one to work. I'm gonna give it a try. One of the things I liked about this particular one here is it does use a socket, half-inch socket, just like the Hub Buddy. And it uses a detent system inside of here, a steel ring. And you can see here that our pads have that same receiver groove, and it just snaps in. You could probably use it on a regular socket as well if you wanted to buy just the cartridges. I don't know what size this socket is. I didn't measure that to see, but I'd almost bet you could probably use this on a regular socket. The downfall would be that every time you went to go pull it back off here, that it wouldn't stay inside the socket. So that is one reason that you need the tool, is to keep the detent system locked on, so when you pull off, it doesn't pull the disc out. Like I said, I think this is a pretty good setup. This does have an eccentric hub on it that you can actually slide over the stud. It's going to keep it centered. The way it snaps into the tool, it's going to hold it center. So this guy's not going to walk all around like an orbital or anything. You don't have to worry about the Velcro pads falling off of it. It's got a backer pad to add to the life of the pad so it doesn't fold over the socket. And it gives it a backer to kind of, get the most life out of this. So all in all, I think this is a really good tool. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I did see reviews on it, and I haven't seen nothing but good things. So, like I said, I'm going to take it to work and try it. And eventually is what I'll do is, once I actually get to use this and, collect my thoughts about it and my opinions, so what I'll do is I'll do a side-by-side comparison of the Hub Buddy, AIM Hub Buddy, and this Titan 3-piece toolkit. And I'll let you know what I like and what I don't like about them, and I'll show you how well that they work as far as cleaning, but that'll be another video, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Go ahead and give me a like, share, subscribe, and you can find these items on Amazon. And like I said, the part number on this 3-piece kit is 51798, and the replenishing kit is 51799 for the pads. So like I said, give me a like, share, subscribe, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you.